How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be blowing some hot air just for the heck of it. Stay tuned. Again, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So glad each and every one of you can make it. I'm just picking about the hot air, but you'll understand here in just a second. This video has to do with using the No Name air compressor that Paul over at Diecast Graveyard sent me as a wonderful, did I say wonderful? No. Channel gift, because you know he knew that I was getting moisture into my airstream, which was causing horrendous paint jobs. I mean, I can make them look okay and hide the bed spots with decals and stuff good enough, but still it wasn't up to what I should be able to do. So with that being stated, let me turn you around and show you what's going on. So here's the compressor. I've already used it a little bit, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. As you can see, I've used it already, and oh, matches that. You'll have to wait to see what that paint job's all about. I've got 3 different ones going on right now, and 2 in the background that I haven't even started yet. But with that being stated, that's not what this is about. This video is about this bad boy. So, the compressor is about the same size as the one that I had visually, but this one has a fan in the top. And when I made my unboxing video, I had checked into these compressors just enough to know what they were about, because Paul had sent me the info for the tracking, so I knew the name of it, so I knew what to look for. In the earlier models, as soon as you plugged it in, this fan on top would come on. It's got one here and one that cools directly on the piston. Okay, so this is being a newer model. It does not do that. Now it takes just a minute to fill up this tank, but that is no big deal. It doesn't shake a lot. It's not really loud. Now it might sound kind of loud on this microphone, but I don't know. We're going to find out, and I'm going to show you basically how it works. Again, compressor, storage tank, has a emergency pressure relief valve. It has a drain valve on the bottom. It has the trap over there with the moisture, where it collects moisture. And I've been spraying with this, I'm not gonna lie to you, probably 30 minutes now, and there's not a drop of moisture in this bad boy. But you can also push up on the bottom. Hear a little bit of air coming out? That's just residual where I emptied it out, so I can show you how long it takes to fill up the tank. But it's all out now. I'm gonna turn it on. It might vibrate the camera a little bit. If it does, I'll pick it up, because I didn't have it sitting on the table. I always have it sitting on the ground. But here we go. As you can see, it's not vibrating a lot. It's not making a lot of sound. Just trying to be quiet for a second so you can see how it's doing. And yeah, we're going to see how long it takes. Fill it up. There's 5 seconds. There's about 11 seconds. There's 15 seconds. 20 seconds. 25 seconds. 30 seconds. 35 seconds. 40 seconds, 45 seconds, 50 seconds, and you can tell when it's about full because it gets just a little bit louder. 55 seconds, 60 seconds, 65, 70, 75, 80. Ooh, it shook a little bit when it kicked off. 80 seconds to fill that bad boy up. That is not long at all, guys, for this size compressor. I'm telling you, that is not long at all. And like I said, I've been out, well, I haven't told you yet, but I've been out here spraying for about, I don't know, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. The compressor is not warm at all. I could, my other one, if I let it run this long and touched it right here, it would be almost scalding hot. And that's where the moisture comes from. Whenever you compress anything, it causes two reactions. It causes it to get hot. And if you know anything about stuff like that, whenever something hot, metal, cools, it creates moisture, condensation. And my whole compressor, not up in here, but back here where the motor is and everything, it would be scalding hot. Well, not scalding, but it would be hot. This one, I can feel just a little bit of warmth, but I mean, you touch it and you can't even feel it. I'm feeling it out of the vent holes just a little bit. But again, you can if you had moisture in this, all you have to do is push up, and you can blow it out that way, and there's none coming out. And then, like I said, you can pull this, and that will release it, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But let me show you how this does. I'll put some water in it. I also, just to try to help, got me some inline moisture traps. So just to see how this bad boy works, you can spray for a minute and then it'll top off the tank. It'll come back on and try to top off the tank. But as you can see, there's not going to be any fluctuation in the pressure coming out of my airbrush or anything. I'll put it right here on the black where you can see it coming out. Look at that, not a bit of fluctuation at all, even when the compressor comes on, not a bit of change. And then you done sprayed whatever you're going to spray, it fills the tank back up. Let it run for just a minute so you can see how long it takes to fill it back up. Now I let just a good bit of air out. Holding it steady like that. Well, there you go. But typically you just like that, you know, painting. And as you can see, it hasn't come back on yet. My trigger's starting to stick just a little bit and it leaves the air on, so I'm gonna have to take care of that too. One day I hope to get me a good airbrush. I mean, these are great, don't get me wrong, these are great. But whenever I want to do high quality paint jobs, I want to have a good brush for doing that. I think it does okay for now, but Santa Claus, you know. But yeah, that's all there is to this, guys. I wanted to give you a review of what I thought. It does wonderful. I mean, I didn't have any issues. I painted 3 cars just like this, same color, same everything. I primed them black, painted them black, and then I painted 2 bases this color. I've got that one and this one. As a matter of fact, that goes with that, so you can see which direction I'm going with it. And I had absolutely no issues. It did not run all the time. As you can see, it's not running now. I could paint almost the whole outside of a car before it would even kick in. I mean, do I like it? Absolutely. Blowing it out now. Blowing all the water out. The switch is right on the back here. Turn it off. Pull this to let all the air out. And you can see it's blowing out just a little bit of moisture. And like I said, that's something, well, I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can hear it. That kind of gurgling sound, that's the moisture coming out of that small hole where the pressure is trying to blow it out, evacuate it. So after, you know, I recommend doing it once a week. Depending on how much you paint. Some people do a lot of painting, so you'd want to empty it out. which again is on the bottom right here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's right there. Yeah, you can see it. And just drain that out once a week and it takes care of everything. I am so pleased with this setup. I mean, so pleased with it. I can't tell you how much Paul has really helped me out with this, because I was having all kind of issues with my old setup, my old compressor and everything. I mean, I was just having all kind of issues, but now nothing. As you can see, not a bit of moisture was in that trap. Not a bit of moisture is in that trap. Nothing, not a bit of nothing. And that, I can't tell you how much that means. I'm letting the air, a little bit of residual air, just sitting here letting it out, so it doesn't sit in my tank the whole time. I know I could probably leave it and it wouldn't hurt anything, but you have diaphragms, seals, and all kind of stuff that I don't know about in there that could, you know, you don't want pressure left on. Well, with that stated, Paul, again, thank you so very much, brother. I can't thank you enough. And if you guys don't know who he is, again, I'll put the link down below and you can go check him out. But everybody knows who Uncle Paulie is of Diecast Graveyard. He's always helping the community. I'm just sitting here still letting the air out. There's nothing coming out, but I'm crazy that way. With that being stated, I'm gonna get off here. You guys get out there and hunt. If you don't hunt, you can't find. And what this is all about is sometimes you have to make your own. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you all so very much for watching.